Hey folks. Well, as you can see, I'm in my Batman shirt because I got a bone to pick with the Joker doll. The reason why he's called Joker doll is he likes the sound of it, since he is a killer doll and a Joker, so therefore a Joker doll. And of course the reason why I'm doing this is because it turns out Joker doll knows more than we do. If you remember some of my old videos, he had review It, Stephen King's It, and also Killer Clown from Outer Space. Well, it turns out he knows more than I do, and of course, well, everybody knows that Stephen King's It became the huge success in novels and books. And of course it was a very long book at the time. That's when they decided to make a TV series, a TV movie series. Because the book was so long that they made a two-parter of this, where one side talks about the kids who are chosen to beat the evil clown, called Pennywise. And of course the second part, where the kids are all grown up. And of course, the It remake is now in theaters. People are so dying to see this remake. Except me, I got better things to do. I mean, I might be interested in seeing the remake one of these days, but for now, I'll just let other people tell me about it. And see if I'm interested in seeing it. And for those of you who wants to know what this clown really looked like in this remake, here's what he looks like. Played by Bill Skarsgård, brother of Alexander Skarsgård, and also son of Stellan Skarsgård. And this is what this clown looks like. All red and white. Not colorful like the Tim Curry one. And furthermore, crap, he's here. Hello, everybody. Oh, it's so good to be back here once again, ladies and gentlemen. And it's good to see you again, multi-voice reviewer. Yeah, it's good to hear from you. Hold my calls, please. It's good to hear from you. So, Pennywise, you got something to tell me, don't you? Something very important, I presume. Oh, yes. As you can see, I have read Stephen King's book, and I know more about Pennywise than you ever could. Would you like to know what kind of clown this Pennywise is? Now quit your laughing or I'm going to tear you apart and bury you in my backyard. Alright, so, you're going to tell me everything that you know. Well, since you know everything about Pennywise, bring it on. I want to know what you know. I'm all ears. Well, don't you know that Pennywise the Killer Clown is actually a shape-shifting alien from another planet? An alien from another planet? You mean from outer space? So he's like one of the killer clowns from outer space? Killer clowns.
Well, yes and no, actually. You see, unlike the killer clowns from outer space, who have these ray guns where they can wrap people in a cotton candy cocoon so they can drink their blood and hatch out of popcorns, this killer clown from outer space is from an alternate universe. A universe called the Microverse. That's right.
The Macroverse? I heard about the Macroverse, but go on ahead. Tell me more about it.
Well, you see, he's from an alternate universe. And one thing you should know about him is his history. You see, he was born evil. He is the embodiment of evil and benign and destruction and chaos. Sorry, I get so excited when I say chaos. I'm an agent of chaos. And you want to know one thing about chaos, ladies and gentlemen? It's fair.
Stop going on about your chaos thing and just get on with it, alright?
Oh, yes. Well, anyway, you see, Pennywise, he is like a deadlight.
A deadlight? The heck does that mean?
Well, according to the book, you see, he started out as a form of light called the deadlights. Anybody who stares to his light can go completely insane and even driven into madness. And how his story goes, you see, he arrived on Earth before Earth was born and laid there in slumber until the year 1715. He risen from his slumber and desire for the taste of children. And that is Pennywise for you.
Wow, this is a kind of alien not even my favorite character Doctor Who wouldn't deal with. I need new batteries.
Well, that's true. Not even your precious friend Doctor Who, or the Doctor as he preferred to be called, wouldn't even handle the clown himself, Pennywise. Oh, and do you know that he goes by many names?
So he goes by many names. What other names do they call him?
Well, he goes by many names, I'll tell you. Besides being called Pennywise and It, he's also called the Eater of Worlds, the Consumption, the Dairy Disease, and even Robert Gray, also known as Bob.
Bob? Seriously? Bob?
Oh, yes, that's right. He's also called Bob. And another thing you should know about Pennywise, you see, he appeared in other Stephen King books.
Like what?
Well, he appeared in Tommy Knockers. You know the old saying, Tommy Knockers, knocking at your door. And he also appeared in Dreamcatchers and Gray Matter, and on one of the stories from Insomnia, and he also is mentioned from the greatest action-packed movie coming soon, The Dark Tower.
No kidding. I mean, Pennywise just appear, not only it, even though he was the main character, but he's also made his appearance in Tommyknockers and Dreamcatchers and all the other stories?
Oh, yes, you bet your sweet Bippy he did, uh-huh. But of course he didn't appear himself in person, though. I mean, on Tommyknockers, one guy was driving through Delhi, and then he thought he saw a clown inside the sewer drain. And then on Dreamcatchers, one guy passed through Delhi, and he saw a graffiti sign says, "Pennywise live." And then on Gray Matter, there was a guy who was working in the tunnel, and all of a sudden saw a huge beam of light. And we all know who that beam is, ladies and gentlemen. And he's also somebody moved into Derry in Insomnia and said he saw the most god-awful thing in the world, the clown. And on Dark Matter, one character who is involved with Pennywise is his arch nemesis, but I'll get to him later.
Is that so? Well, looks like Stephen King is trying to combine all his characters into his stories. Kind of like Marvel Comics and DC Comics. And among other franchises.
Oh, yes, indeed. And he also has powers beyond our comprehension, but I nailed it down to what powers he has.
Like, what kind of superpowers does he have?
Well, his number one power is he shapeshifts. He can form himself into anything we can imagine. And also, he has invisibility, regeneration, he has intelligence, of course, telepathic, telekinesis, telepathy, brainwashing, mind control, controlling of weather, and plants die by his touch. So pretty much he has a lot more powers than I ever could have.
My. So many powers, not even Superman could even beat him. And plants die by his touch?
You bet your sweet Bippy, yes. He touched plants and then they die. Now, his shape-shifting ability, he goes by many, many forms.
Like what?
Well, besides his clown appearance, which I always love, he also can turn into somebody's family or loved ones who died. He can turn himself into a teenage werewolf, a mummy, creature of the Black Lagoon, a giant bird, a homeless man with leprosy, flying leeches, swarm of piranhas, and Jaws, and of course your favorite best friend, Dracula, and the Frankenstein monster. And also the ancient witch from Hansel and Gretel. And also can turn into the Doberman, whatever that means. And he can also turn into a giant spider.
Yeah, about that giant spider. I mean, spiders do scare me, but when I saw him turn into a giant spider, I had to say that was the most lamest form I have ever seen. I mean, why did he turn himself into a giant spider? Huh? Why?
It's because His true form is beyond our imagination, you know? He is an alien from the dead lights. But his true form is beyond our imagination. I mean, it's beyond what our minds can comprehend. So that's why he turned himself into a giant spider, 'cause that was the only comprehensional form that he can form into that we can understand.
Huh. That's very interesting, folks. So, his form is like beyond our imagination that our minds cannot comprehend. So the only way he turns into a spider, because it's the only form that he can form into that we can comprehend. Right?
Oh, yes, that's right. Now let's get to the another thing that not many people know, and that it was in the books, but they left it out for the TV series.
Like what?
Well, nobody knows that his arch nemesis, he's from the Discworld too, and he is a giant turtle. Goes by the name of Metron. Oh, wait a minute, not Metron. Let's see, what was his name? Oh yeah, Metron. His name is Metron, the giant turtle.
Really? Because you got me there when you said giant turtle. And I was thinking about Gamera. Imagine an idea of Gamera versus Pennywise. Ain't that interesting?
No, 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 no. Ah, no. It's not Gamera, you big buffoon. You see, here's what the giant turtle really is. As you can see here, this is Metron, the giant turtle. He is the embodiment of all that is good and decent, while Pennywise is the embodiment of all that is evil and benign. And as you can see here, folks, here is a poem that talks about him. So go ahead, read it. And of course, Metron, the giant turtle, he makes his appearance in the Dark Towers. And the reason why he doesn't get himself involved in the story, because he is so old that he wants the Losers Club to help destroy Pennywise.
Oh yeah, and one more thing I need to add, folks. I heard about on the book a lot of things about the book. Let's just say that the book is more grown up than the TV series. Because according to the book, there's a lot of things in the book that is really, really shocking, that if they make a TV series out of it, it would have been rated R and probably close to NC-17. Close. But no cigars. I mean, there's a lot in the book than with the TV series. And I'm also hearing that they're putting most of the stuff in the books in that remake. But make it good enough that it'll be R-rated. Like all the other horror movies of today. Well, thank you, Joker Doll, for telling me everything I wanted to know. And thank you, folks, for listening. And for any of you who likes this video, please leave a comment down below, hit like, subscribe to watch more videos on the way. So, see you later, folks. Wait a second, there's one more thing you forgot to mention. Like what? I mean, I gave everybody all the information they need. What more do they want? You forgot
that in Bollywood, they made their version of it. That's right, folks. Even India made a Hindu movie about Stephen King's It called Whoa.
Wait a minute. Whoa?
Oh, yes, that's right. Whoa. That means it in Hindu. And this is what the clown looks like in the TV series. And that TV series ran to a lot of episodes. Like over 52 episodes. And except the origin of the clown, it's not, I mean, he's not an alien in the Indian version, but just a dwarf clown who was stood up by a girl that he loves, and now hung himself, and now his spirit starts hunting after kids. And do you know what's the name of the clown in Woe?
What? Is he called Pennywise in Hindu?
Oh no. You see, in Woe, they call him the Joker.